Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Community. And I'm excited. I'm always excited. But
What's going on?
back. It's been a while.
Has it?
I don't know. At least a month that we've recorded.
Just us, yeah.
Yeah. It's longer than a month, I think. It's been a while.
All right.
I did bully you into one after the retreat. We were all
Yes.
dead inside, and I was like, everybody get on the couch, grab a mic. But
I really rallied for that one.
you did. You did great.
Thank you.
Great. Now you're back.
Feeling great.
Yay.
This is, a prime time. It's not too early, not too late. Got my Americano. I'm good.
Also, I don't know if I told you this, but I recently did have a dream that we had two podcasts, and you and I got into a fight because I had the community podcast and we had a High Vibe Women podcast, like both. And I wanted to just crop you into the community podcast branding. And I was like, it's recognizable. It will just move me aside and then you'll be there. And then we'll call it High Vibe Women. We'll use the same font. It's just super easy. And you were like, no, it needs its own brand. And I was like, that's crazy. And anyway, we had maybe our third fight ever in my dream.
Wow. I'm team me in that dream, though.
Yeah, I'm
Are
team you
you?
in this dream
Okay.
too. I woke up, I was like, that's crazy. Of course we would do new cover art. I just crop you in next to this solo photo of me holding a phone. Anyway.
Meanwhile, we could not have more photos together.
No, we are the world's most photographed women. We give Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen a run for their money as children, crazy. Anyway, Maria, I am so stoked because we are talking about one of our favorite things ever. We get to do this twice a year. We're obsessed with it. It's our full day experience.
It's just the best, isn't it?
It's the best. It's the best, and also it's so much work.
It's an unbelievable amount of work.
I had no idea. I this was originally my idea. As most things tend to be,
Yep.
our crazy dreams.
Yep.
And for better or for worse. And 360 photo booth, me. High Vibe Women, me. Social snippet, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this today because Ben and I were kind of making fun of Kristina she tends to have a lot of crazy ideas.
Yes.
And
Some good though.
not all of them work out. And as I was, as we were dogging her this morning, I was just thinking, even though you have a lot of ideas that don't work out, you also have a lot of ideas that are quite genius. So we got to take the good with the bad, and High Vibe Women is the good.
Right? Ben.
Ben's also the good.
The good, right? No, but I've had some bad ideas for sure. And made some mistakes. So it's just, I'm just a visionary, and then I need to be reined in by Maria. And we just made a rule that I have to think about things for more than 2 weeks before taking action on them. And I thought about something for 2 weeks, and this morning I took some action. So I'm a woman with a goal. I'll tell you guys about this on stage for sure. But Maria and I, we are running this must be 5th.
I think so.
Full day experience on March 7th. So that's this week if you're listening. Tickets are likely not available. DM the High Vibe Women page if you must or want to be there, but we can see if there's something available. But tickets are likely. We're done selling. And what we want to talk about is actually the experience of being there. For those of you who have tickets, for those of you who are dreaming of being at the next one, so you can kind of hear what to expect from the day and what our dreams and visions are for it. Because, we just love it so much. We pour so much into it. 6 months of the year we spend, we're already planning the next one already. We are always in on this. So just such a blessing and so much fun.
Yeah, we put so much love into it. And I feel like sometimes it's hard to in our marketing, portray all the stuff that's going to happen there because there are so many different things. There's the schedule, there's all the amazing speakers, but then there's also breakout rooms and vendors and the chill space and so many different activations and different pieces to it that I don't know that everybody always knows exactly what they're walking into. So hopefully this episode can help you guys out a little bit and paint the picture a bit more for you.
And something we also just want to tell you too is we will not tell you everything. And the reason, we learned some lessons at our last retreat actually where the women were like, we'd like a little more info. And we were like, fair. Mood boards coming for our next retreat. But we also really like to surprise and delight, and we really want you to have a lot of fun. And we have a lot of surprising elements, especially this time that we're really excited about. So why don't we start with the VIP night? And we won't talk about this too much because those tickets sell fast.
Oh, yeah.
They sell fast. So if you're listening to this and you're already I'd love a VIP ticket for the next time, I would recommend you buy it March 8th.
Yeah.
They go fast.
They go real fast, 24 or 48 hours kind of fast.
Yes. So one of the things that we're trying this year at the VIP night, so just some of the rationale behind the VIP night is Oh, sorry. I just laughed because Maria just looked down at the blank note like she was going to say something from the blank note. Anyway, I'm like, I have the notes. I'm dead. Okay, sorry. So the VIP night, we're trying something a little bit different this time that we're really excited about. And really the heart behind the VIP night is that it's like 80 women. It's small, intimate. It used to be like 40 women. Mm-hmm. And then now as the event's grown, we're like, maxing it out because people keep asking. People will message like the day before being like, how do I get a VIP ticket? You can't. So what we're trying to do with that is like giving people an opportunity to get to know each other, but also getting some FaceTime with the speakers, getting a little bit of like coaching. And so we're doing a new thing this year where there will be a networking activity, but we're also doing live coaching tables. And that gives the opportunity for not only, Maria and I won't be live coaching at this one just because we have to preserve some energy somewhere, but we're actually bringing together 7 of our speakers to be coaches. And so they will be able to answer questions you have. And you might go to a table, VIPs listening, and you might be like, oh, Jake Kelfer's here. And I actually don't have any questions about books. But you actually never know what you're going to learn or who you're going to learn it for. And so I always tell people, I'm like, make the most of it, ask some questions, anything you're curious about. But we've got, a table about personal branding and books. We've got profitability and financials. We have people who've exited businesses, scaling businesses. We've got a lot of marketing pros like Drea, LaShonda, Kelsey, like some people who are doing huge things, right? So they're there to pour in to our VIPs. So we're so thrilled about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this idea because I think people always have let us know one of their favorite parts of the VIP night is that they get to chat with the speakers, right? And sometimes we'll do a little panel or something where you can get to know them a bit more, but some people are scared to go up to them or sometimes they're like busy, chatting with somebody and then you feel awkward like going just listening into somebody else's conversation. So I'm really excited about these coaching tables because like you said, everyone around the table will get to learn something from all the speakers that are going to be there. And it's just going to be such a cool experience to be able to listen to the speaker pour into somebody at your table, to you, and to get so much exposure to all their expertise and advice because they just have so many amazing things to share. And like you said, like maybe you're sitting at a table with Jake and you're not necessarily going to maybe you don't have book dreams, but maybe you will in 5 years. Maybe you will in 10 years. Maybe tomorrow your business bestie is going to tell you they've always had dreams of writing a book and now you have all this information you can share with them. So you never know how the information is going to benefit you. And I think the speakers are really, really going to pour in. They're super excited about it.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. The other thing I was going to say as well is that we are changing something that has typically been like we've gone back and forth on this because we really want the night to be about mingling and how relationships, but then also like we want to feed you guys. And so we've always had this like kind of pull. Maria and I are both European in background. And so making sure people are well fed is like core to our personalities. Ask the retreat girls if you've ever been on one of our retreats, they leave stuffed. Like we're like, you must leave. Do you have snacks with you? And so we will be doing a seated dinner that we're so excited about because it's going to be pretty intentional. We think it's going to be pretty incredible. So there will be a seated dinner and then we're going to be doing activations. And these activations are awesome because it's a great opportunity for you to be able to connect with local businesses that are doing some cool stuff that have been really generous with us. So there will be some activities, but always with the VIP night. And like literally, Maria and I have the worst job ever. We have to like interrupt people talking. And we've realized more and more because we've done speakers. Maria and I have done like Q&As. We've done lots of stuff. And we realized that actually like the women just want to talk to each other. Like it's not really even about us or even sometimes even about the speakers we bring out. So we just decided to cut that piece this year for the first time and see what we can do about, people having a bit more intimate conversation. And I know the connections are going to be amazing. I think it's going to be like one of our brunches, like tenfold.
Yeah, totally. And I think like with the VIP night, part of our intention is for people who want to extend their experience beyond just the one day, right? Yeah. So it becomes just more wholesome and a little bit longer and more intentional. And I feel like the networking is key to that because in the full day, which we'll get to next, there isn't a ton of time to actually be like talking to people. Yeah. And that is some of the feedback we've gotten. We've adjusted that this time, so there is a bit more time to do that. But we also, on those days, like really focus on getting you guys awesome speakers, awesome vendors, activations, like a lot of experiential stuff so that we can leave the networking for some of our smaller events like the brunches and dinners and stuff. So I think it's really cool to bring that element into the VIP night so they get both that experience as well as the full day with all the speakers and wisdom.
Yeah, it's the best. Also, just got a notification someone just bought a ticket. Whee! The best. Amazing. And also, I'm obsessed. I have to say something about High Vibe Women. Like, I just have to say it before we get into the day. I am obsessed because I just saw who this person was and they're a past speaker. I'm obsessed with this because I think there's a big thing in like event culture and like everyone knows what I think about this. Everybody, like no one needs to listen to this again. So I won't go into it in big detail. But listen to a podcast episode. I did a solo a few years ago that was like how to get on stage kind of thing. Because like 2 years ago I did like a ton of keynoting. I was on a ton of stages. I had a bunch of events. And I still do a lot of speaking. And I don't apply to a ton of things. I have, but I've been mostly lucky to be asked most of the time. You should apply, by the way. Like, go apply for things. Like, it's how closed mouths don't get fed. If you want to do it, like, get out there. But I've been really lucky. And why I say that is because I went first and I went to events. And I think that that's something that people really feel like they're above. And I've had so many conversations with people where they're like, oh, I'm not going to events because I'm not going to go to that because I'm not speaking. The person who just bought a ticket has been a speaker at our event in the past, loves the community.
Also, can I just say I'm curious about the mindset of above going to events.
No, I know.
Just in general. Like even I have no interest in speaking anywhere, really.
Yeah. Maria will speak, but there have been times where we both get asked and it's an immediate, like, Kristina will be there. Yeah.
No interest in speaking anywhere. I've been in business 5 years. I always feel like I have more to learn. Like actually the more I learn, the more I feel like I have more to learn. Like, you know, the more you know. I don't know that I will ever be at a point where I feel like going to events is not a good use of time or I'm above it, or I just think there's always something you can learn, something you can get from it, no matter where you're at in your business and in your life.
Yeah, 100%. I would say, like, I even feel like even though I speak in a bunch of places, like, I think there's like an expansive energy depending on like where you are in biz and like different rooms that you go into, right? So like, you know, you and I were really lucky. We're in this like, you know, 7-figure space and we've like worked really hard to get to the spot. And if you think about like, we have really like no business acumen. Now we do, but we didn't have, we're like first.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Like, I guess your parents are kind of entrepreneurial, like in a sense. Your dad's a lawyer.
Is that entrepreneurial?
Did he own a law? Didn't they start a law firm?
Well, yeah, they did, but it
didn't work out. Okay. So we've got some entrepreneur juice there.
They were attempted entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
My mom tried to give everything away for free. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Maria got cut from the sales team fast. I basically was like, I can't take a mat leave. Maria will just start canceling the invoices. No, I'm just kidding. But we both like have never had like an entrepreneur background. We don't have background in business, like none of these things, right? And so I actually think the fact that in really like 3.5 years we scaled our business to 7 figures annually. So it's pretty impressive. Like I'm into it. But what I was gonna say is that like now we're in rooms where most of the people in there are like 8 figures. And I'm like, oh God, I'm nowhere near that stage, right? Like, and then there's other spaces where we get to pour in, and we talked about this at the retreat. Like, there's rooms where you make withdrawals, and there's rooms where you make deposits, and we get to make withdrawals. Like, we make withdrawals all the time from other rooms, and then we get to deposit in rooms of maybe women who are scaling to 6 figures or scaling to 500K or whatever that looks like, or building a service-based business, right? Like, there's all these different things. But it's just what's amazing about the High Vibe Women community, in my opinion, is just that everyone, it's wholesome AF, like truly just wholesome. But like everyone is just so in it regardless of where they are. You know, you could sit next to someone, they're a 7-figure entrepreneur, and then another person's a multi-6, and then another person's just getting started, and they're all at the same table, and they're dreaming and scheming and like doing stuff, right? And I'm just so anti the like, I'm too good, and I don't know. I literally will never get over it. And don't say it to event hosts at events you want to speak at. I'm just telling you, they will never forget. I'm just saying it.
Who could they be?
Multiple people, unfortunately.
But I think it's something to remember as you are preparing to come to the event, like just coming in with that mindset. We always go into the rooms thinking like, how can we serve? How can we give? How can we make deposits? And even if we are like, you know, in a room that's expansive, I think still trying to find ways to be of service and make those deposits because they always come back to you in the end. In
totally.
One way or another. And that's really how we grew our business is like just making a ton of deposits and helping people and learning and growing. And I think my like number one tip for you guys coming into this room is just like stay open-minded to what you can learn.
Yes. And focused on the deposits. Like just give as many deposits as you can and like trust that they'll come back. Like I'm just such a big believer. There's never been really like too many situations I can think of. Like I'm even having trouble coming up with one where I feel like we've given so many deposits that we didn't get any kind of withdrawal back. Sometimes it doesn't happen immediately, but it happens over time, right? And I think even Fast Foundation is such a good example of that. Like we just like served. We got clients from it. We still get clients from it. Like years later, now I coach in their mastermind. Like, all of these things have really worked together for good, but sometimes it just takes time. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about the event.
Let's get into it, baby.
So, okay, we love this event so much. We have the best time. If we don't get a chance to chat with you at the event, it's because it's like our wedding twice a year. Like there are so many people and we want to give every single person a hug. And so yeah, we just like love it so much. And so at this point, we're at over 150 tickets sold. So I imagine we'll be close to the 200 mark on the day of, which is amazing. And it is at the beautiful Pearle Hotel. The Pearle is amazing.
Dream come true.
Dream come true. Like, couldn't think of a better venue. It's just incredible. We love it over there. The people are amazing. And so one of the things that we'll start with, of course, is our vendors. And the vendor experience is something that we, like, we've tried it and we were like, wonder how this will go. And it's been incredible. Like, there are so many different vendors. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to forget anybody, but we have 15 vendors this year. And what's so cool about the vendors is that they're all different types of disciplines. We actually were really intentional this year of like trying not to do too many repeats so that people could, really kind of capitalize on the thing that they're doing and talking about. So, we have clothing, we've got jewelry, we've got like naturopaths, we've got like so many things. We've got an oracle card reader. We have someone who's doing some poetry. We've got like so many cool things. As well as our own activations. We've got a social snippet activation. Won't tell you what it is, but it's cute. And then, we even have a little High Vibe Women booth that we're really excited about. And if you are a member of our online community, come to the High Vibe Women booth. We have a little surprise for you.
Yeah, super exciting. It's an awesome way to give back to our online community members.
And if you join before then, the surprise is still open to you. So feel free to join.
Get in this week.
highvibewomen.ca/community.
Yep.
Amazing. So we are really excited about this. And so what I will say is, go visit the vendors. That is like, they are so high vibe that it is not about sales.
No. And I think like when you're at an event, sometimes it can be intimidating. Like you go up to someone's booth, you feel like, oh, if I go up, I have to buy something. Like, I don't know. No, that is not the case. Like the founders who are these vendors, like who are behind the booths, are just so excited to like meet you ladies, talk to you, talk about their product. A lot of them have like little gifts or little surprises or like an experiential component. Mm-hmm. And they really just want to be a part of the event, right? Like network, talk to the women. One of our vendors who has been a vendor like many, many times is like just coming as a participant this time. And she's like, I just want to be out from my booth and like chat with everybody. And like that is really how they all feel. They just want to be a part of the experience and network. So definitely go chat with them, learn about their business. Obviously, you can buy something if you want to.
Yeah, you can absolutely buy something if you want to, and like just really like build those relationships with the vendors because they are amazing. A lot of them are women-owned businesses, and they just really want to like serve this group in particular. We get way more vendor applications than we have spots for, so it's actually we're really, really choosy with who's there. So we just can't wait to see like the connections that you guys make and. Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing for the vendors as well. Other thing I was going to say too is make sure that you make lots of content. And you can do as much as you want with like being as present as you can be in the day. Like I don't want you to feel like you have to be like filming everything. It's not really to our benefit for you to make the content, but it's such a great opportunity. People want to see you in the energy of like doing fun things in your business. And like we like always, we see such an uptick like in, community and excitement around the event and everything. So I would say like make some content and definitely show up as much as you can online, but like you can wait until the day after, but like take photos. We have some content activations that we're really excited about. So take video, get somebody to do B-roll, bring a little tripod if you want to, like just make it whatever you want it to be. We have also team members on site that can help you make content.
Yeah, I think people don't think that like people care about watching them go to an event, but they do.
Yeah.
They really
totally
do. I did this recently. I went to an event, posted a reel the night of, and everybody at the event was commenting. It's a really great way to continue those relationships. People even were commenting, being like, oh, I saw you there. I didn't know if it was you. And like, it's a really cool way to stay in the energy of it, especially if you can kind of get it out either like that day or within the next few days so that people feel like they're kind of like a part of it with you. And it doesn't even need to be complicated. Like the one I shared, I didn't do a voiceover or anything. I was just like, come to this event with me, and then shared some clips from the event. And then it's a really great way to continue to build relationships and connect with people once the fun's over.
So fun. And then the last thing I just want to talk about quickly before we get right into the schedule is our chill space. Mm-hmm. So this is something that has been such a great collaboration with our friend Jeanette Downey. She's amazing. We've done a chill space, I think, at every event, if not
I think so.
Yeah, maybe not the first one, but yeah, we've always done a chill space. It's a great spot for you to go and like recharge and like reconnect. Recharge, I'll say as a pun. But yeah, it's going to be really, really great. So won't share too many details about it. But yeah, like this year, we're just really excited because we just think we've leveled up a few things. And we think it's just going to be so awesome.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the best one yet, knock on wood.
I know the last one was really, really good, dude.
Every time we're like, how do we make this better? But we keep trying, guys. So I think this one might be better.
We'll see. We'll see for sure.
Stay tuned. Let us know what you think.
So we'll talk about our first speaker, which is a friend of ours. And this is, again, the power of getting in the room, being in masterminds, like doing the thing. Regina, who is coming all the way from Tulum to come do breathwork and be our DJ. And she's amazing. She was like one of our first kind of coaches, I would say, when we did Fast Foundations in person. I think, yeah, she was one of our coaches. And she was runs a social media agency. She's got many, many businesses, but she's killing it. And when we asked her, she was the first person we asked to do anything at this event. And it was immediate. She said, say less. Like immediately was like, I like can't wait to be in the room. She's open for Dochi. She's done the Create and Cultivate Festival. Like we are honored to have her. So I'm just so excited about Regina, but I know you know much more about her. You guys like lived together in Tulum for a few weeks. So yeah, give the scoop.
Oh, I cannot say enough good things about Regina. I love her so, so much. She's such a talented DJ, such an incredible sound healer and breath worker. She's going to be doing a breathwork session to open up the day. And I just think this is going to be such a magical way to get started. I know a lot of people come in with like some nerves and some excitement and maybe some imposter syndrome and do I belong here and what's going to happen here? And like this episode is partially, us trying to ease your anxiety on that. Yeah. But the breath work is really going to like just ground you, connect you with your higher self. And the way Regina does it just makes you feel so calm and safe. And she's absolutely wonderful. She also kills it on the DJ too. And she gets the vibe. She's super high vibe herself. She's a really good friend of mine, and I'm so excited to have her. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we love her. She's the best. Yeah, and then we have got LaShonda Brown, who's our first keynote. And LaShonda is someone who's like in my world. She's been in my world for a few years. We did like a mutual like podcast swap kind of thing. I did something for her community. And her whole concept is about working less and living more. And we just thought this was so important. There's so many things LaShonda could have taught on. She is part of a very exclusive group of Canva verified experts. So she teaches for Canva all the time. Not only that, does she do all of that. She's like, has a really, really successful YouTube that's monetized. Like she's doing the thing online and she only works 20 hours a week.
A dream.
Yeah, the dream. I know. Maria's like, can you please stop coming out with business ideas because you're bringing my hours up. So she only works 20 hours a week. And like, really, it's amazing. And she builds all these partnerships. She does all this stuff on LinkedIn. She's amazing. So there were just so many things she could teach on. And I really wanted her to like come into our community. And when she was like, hey, I actually teach on this one thing that's like really important for entrepreneurs, I was like, done. So we're so excited to have her.
Yeah. And I think when we're building these businesses, it's like so that we can live more life, right?
Yeah.
It's for our families. It's for our purpose. Like it's for this greater good. And when you have to work 24/7, you have no time to actually live your life and reap the benefits of your business. So I think this is going to be a really important message for everybody to hear on how they can actually do less and live more.
Yeah, love that. Then we've got my friend Leah, who is going to come do a networking activity. And Leah is a force. She's amazing. She runs an event in Toronto every year called Revival. And it's like brings together about 200 women. And she's an accountability coach, an absolute maven. I love her so much. She also has the cutest South African accent. Like she is like the cutest little woman. I love her so much. But Leah is a master networker and has an incredible community. And so her and I have connected a ton. We were super fast friends. Like, guys, like those people you meet online, we just got connected. I can't remember through whom. And, it was actually a DM. We were both kind of like, we both run events. Like, should we get on the phone? And we got on the phone and we were like, oh, we need to talk every day. And so we have become super close. And so when we were dreaming up like who could run a networking activity, Leah came to mind. She was at the last event. She's incredible. So we're really excited. The networking activity, guys, like regardless of what it is, this is the magic of the room. We are going to tell you about all these amazing speakers. Maria and I pour a ton of love into this event. We have the best team on earth, like truly. Mm-hmm. This is actually what it's about. It's about you guys knowing each other, connecting with each other, loving on each other. And so the people you meet, get their Instagram handles, follow them in real time, send them a follow-up message, write their names down, like do that stuff. That's the stuff that, like the fortunes and the follow-up, that's the stuff that's actually going to move the needle in your business. It's not just coming.
100%.
Right?
100%.
Like, it's not just being in the room. I have been in many rooms and like, it's not been about like, oh, I go and I'm like, here I am. It's like, the fortune is in the next stop.
Mm-hmm. And what I love about the networking activities is if you're like a little shy or you don't want to just like go up to somebody, like the networking activity is so nice because it's just this curated experience where you know, are told who to talk to, you're kind of told what to ask or what to say, and it's very intentional and you're going to make an amazing connection and you don't even have to try.
Yeah. Love it. The next is the breakout rooms, which we love. So our last venue didn't have breakout rooms. And so we're always like, we teeter between like, how much do people love these? So tell us what you guys think. If you guys like the breakout rooms or if you like just main stage better, because we literally never know. But we love this because it gives people an opportunity to do like a workshop style session. Why that's important to us is we want really tangible takeaways. So we've got through, I'm going to rhyme through them pretty fast. The first is Kelsey Rydell, which is, she's doing a session on 5 ways to land a new client in the next 25 days. So if you're in an early season or you're in a season where you want to increase your sales, Kelsey's a maven. Like she's amazing. We're having her actually teach in the online community, or I guess at this point we've had her teach out in the online community. And she is just incredible. She's like my most downloaded guest episode ever.
Wow.
Ever. Like crazy. Damn. So sorry, Maria. Maria's close for sure. But yes, so she is amazing. And then we've got Monique Bryan as well, who is going to do a session about AI. And Monique is awesome. She does this marketing team in a day. She really teaches people how to leverage AI without the M-dash kind of thing. And so Monique is awesome, and she's going to be doing a workshop for us. And then Vanessa Bowen, who I love Vanessa. She spoke on our last High Vibe Women.
Angel.
We could not have her back. We couldn't. It was crazy. She was one of those people where we met, her and I, we got connected through Andrea Crisp, who's a member of our community. And she's like, you got to meet Vanessa. And we met. And at that time, I was like, I don't know what to do with this because we like already have all of our keynotes set up. And I like, this was 2 events ago. But I think you need to be part of this in some way. Like, would you speak on this panel, on Kim Fitzpatrick's panel? And she was like, yeah, like I would absolutely love to. And the amount of people that came up to me and they were like, she's amazing. Like, she's incredible. And I've heard her speak a number of times since. So Vanessa's amazing. And she is coming on. She's talking about building a more profitable business. Who doesn't need that info?
Who doesn't need more money?
No, who doesn't? We need more money. All of us need more money. But what I will say, guys, if you can't choose, so if you are coming to the event and you can't choose, we are actually going to be dropping these workshops. This is the first time we're telling anybody this.
Including me, I think.
No, you know. We're going to drop these workshops for the online community. So if you're in the online community and say you can't choose which one, you're going to get to watch all 3. So don't worry too much about it. And if you aren't in the online community, you want to watch all 3, you can't choose, come on by. Come on to the online community. So yeah, we love the breakout rooms. It's such a great opportunity, and you'll have about an hour with these people to really like workshop inside your business.
Yeah, I think it's something we really struggle with on the main stage is selecting speakers that are going to be able to speak to all 200 women, right?
Yes.
Like it's sort of a big task. Some people are service-based, some people are product-based, some people have a dream, some people are 7-figure business owners. Like there's just such a wide variety of women in the room, which we absolutely love.
Yeah.
And at the same time, speaking to all 200 can be difficult. So sometimes the main stage speakers have to be a little bit more mindset focused or a little bit more networking focused, whereas with the breakout rooms, you can get something really tactical, really tangible, something that's actually going to impact your business, and you have the choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
With so much variety in what you actually need to move the needle in your business right now.
Yeah, love that. So then after that, we have our lunch, which is like, great. A Pearle lunch. Like,
we love a Pearle lunch.
Also, a Pearle hot breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other piece. While you were on vacation, I chose the menu, and it's good. Yeah, it was great.
Can't wait to find out what it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. But yeah, so it's going to be great. So that's also an opportunity for you to network, continue those conversations, eat your lunch, seated lunch, and then also do some vendor shopping. And we actually added a little more time into that this year. We wanted to give more opportunities for people to connect with their vendors, and also wanted to give more opportunities for you guys to be connecting with each other. So again, that's the power of the room. So use that time wisely, and you get to connect with everyone.
Amazing.
Then we've got my personal favorite. You know what I'm going to say. The live podcast rooms.
Oh, wow. I was like shocked that you're about to choose a favorite, but it's really 3, so.
Yes. Well, it is my favorite only because I love this concept. It was another one of my crazy ideas. And the logistics on the first time we did this were insane. Like it was costly and difficult, but people loved it. And we learned a lot of lessons. And so we're doing it again. And we think it's going to be a banger. And we've got 3 amazing podcasts. We've got Binu Binu Dinza, but nobody calls her by her last name. I told her, I was like, do you have a last name or are you just Binu, like
She's
Beyonce?
Like
Binu and Sarah Lambert, who's amazing, they're going to be talking about energetics in business. And I'm thrilled. Like they are Binu is like the epitome of a high vibe woman.
Binu named her podcast High Vibes with Binu. Like, we have to have Binu come speak at the High Vibe Women event.
Yeah, done. And Sarah is amazing, too. I just spoke at Sarah's event a few weeks ago in Toronto, and it was great. And so she's got a great community as well. And so, Binu and Sarah are going to have a wonderful conversation. We also have Stacey Millard, who is our longtime friend of Thrive Accounting. You guys know Thrive is always involved in our events. Stacey's the most generous. It was actually funny. Stacey and I were messaging back and forth, and she was talking about her love powered codex, and she had like kind of forgotten that she had already given us 200 of them. And so I was laughing with her because I was like, no, we don't need another 200 of these decks. You're too generous with us. Like, it's like so sweet. But yeah, she is amazing. And so her and Lexi Corinne Miles, who is the original founder of the Wax On Beauty Bar in Toronto, she is a baddie. I have heard her speak multiple times. This is one of those intros where, somebody mentioned they know her, and I was like, and our friend Zoe from Trove, and I was like, you want to just throw us in an email chain? And her and I met, and I was like, I think you and Stacey are going to have such a powerful conversation. I think part of it's going to be about motherhood, as they've both grown, scaled, exited successful businesses. But they're incredible. Both of them are incredible. And then we've got Jen Spiegel from Becoming Iconic. And she's doing like a Q&A style thing with a member of her team. And you're going to get the chance to ask Jen anything. And so that's going to be an incredible, incredible room as well. Jen just came and spoke at our retreat. She was fab, and we did a Q&A episode that I don't think it's out yet. I think it'll come out later in March. But we did a Q&A episode, and like the women asked such thoughtful questions, but Jen was such a rock star. And so I don't know how you guys are going to choose, but the great part is all of these will go live and you can have all three. So we'll tell you guys how to get in touch with all these podcasts. But yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. And again, I love the choice. Like, you can, whatever's resonating with you, whatever you feel like you need most at the time. We'll have like a little bit more information on kind of like a slide up when you guys have to make the choice, so you can see what feels most aligned. But 3 really incredible live podcasts. I'm so excited. I do not know how you guys are going to choose.
Yeah, I'm not going to be choosing. I can't go to any of them because I can't choose. Then we have our door prizes, which again, guys, like, go fill out. People have been so generous. These keep coming to my house. I am the original like picker-upper of all of the swag. That's a lot. I'm going to tell you, I have to make multiple trips to our storage unit. Also, 5 years ago, you would have told me we had a swag storage unit. I would not have believed you.
Crazy.
And it's full. Like,
it is full.
The 360 photo booth, it's like really taking up real estate in there. But we've also got Jake Kelfer, who's coming, and he's going to be chatting about all things books. Guys, if you want to write a book, Jake is a wizard. I made a referral to him yesterday. Like, he knows so much about books. He gets people in Times Square. Like, he's just doing the most. And so Jake is incredible. He's joined us before. He loves high vibe women. And he's the only man that's ever spoken to high vibe women. No, twice.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. We love
high honor.
Yeah, we love the Jake. He's amazing. Then we have a panel. This one's going to be, wow. Like, I just like it's stacked. But we have a panel really about, scaling your business without the hustle. And so the host of it is our friend Kim Hebert of Door Gurus. Kim has been a longtime supporter, sponsor of High Vibe, and I think she's sponsored every single event. She's the best. She's amazing. And she is, she also has this amazing podcast, guys, you should listen to it. It's called Found Her. She keeps getting in the chart. She's killing it. So she's amazing, and she's going to be facilitating this conversation. And the people on the podcast are Drea.
Podcast?
Of podcast. Okay, sorry,
Kristina wants everything to be a podcast.
Yeah, my life is a podcast.
I get it.
I mean, Kim could use this as a podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll give it to her. The people on this panel are Drea of Online Drea, Drea Jones. She has spoken to High Vibe before. She was a keynote a few years ago. She was friggin' awesome, and she actually has descaled her business. That I think is a really important perspective for women to hear, because it's really easy to be like 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, like grow, Series A, Series B. No, like it's also about like what can you do to be able to live the life you want to live. She has 2 small children. She's amazing. So she has great boundaries. We have Elena from EFV Legal, who's a new friend of mine, and she's also sponsoring the event, and she's an amazing lawyer, and she does a lot of really great work. So really enjoy her, and I think she is going to add a lot of value in terms of like the legal aspect of scaling a business, but she's also like so fun and just like such a great little like human. And then we've got Megan Houle, who is the founder of Concy, which is this amazing hiring platform. It is actually, first time saying this publicly, going to be my next angel investment. So I'm really excited about that.
Whee!
Yeah, Meg's amazing. And so Meg's going to be joining us, and she is like a bomb recruiter. Like she has been working in the stage for a long time. She's taken LinkedIn out, I think. And I love LinkedIn. So yeah, Meg is amazing. And so she's going to be coming. We can learn more about Concy, get on the wait list. But the panels are always just so good. They're such good discussions and like such a good chance to hear multiple perspectives.
Yeah, it's often people's favorite parts, and I can see why. Like, it's so cool to hear from all the incredible women. And I'm really excited about this panel in particular because I feel like, especially when we were starting our business, there was so much noise, and I think it's probably only gotten worse around scaling. And it's like, scale, get as much revenue as possible. And then we started to like kind of
peel back. Did.
Well, no, what I want to say is like we started to peel back the curtains on like some big businesses we knew who were doing that. And like one of them went bankrupt. One of them was like $1 million in debt. And it was like it started to become clear to us that scaling wasn't necessarily all that it was cracked up to be in the way that some people were doing it. Yeah. So I think to have a perspective where it's like maybe not scaling is your answer. Maybe scaling this intentional way is your answer. Maybe you really do want to go for it, but here are the few things you need to keep in mind. And like the different perspectives we have on that panel, I think are just going to be so helpful for people to game plan like where they actually want to go and what makes the most sense for them.
Yeah, no, I love that. So good. Then we have our friend Jess from Shine Fitness, who is a new friend through Founders Club, who is going to come and do a movement break for us. We're so excited about Jess. She runs this awesome studio in Toronto, and like she has all these amazing classes. And so we invited her to get people moving a little bit. Like it's not going to be like an intense dance break. You're not going to be on the floor bumping. But yeah, we just think it's going to be great.
Yeah, she always brings the energy, and she'll it's a long day of kind of like sitting in your seat, listening. Your brain can get a bit tired. So it's a nice way to break that up with some movement and some excitement.
Mm-hmm. Love it. And then our last keynote, our friend Anna Lozano.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be really good.
Tell us about it.
Oh, I'm so excited. I met with Anna and she's like, I'm curious about your vision because I kind of have a vision. And I was like, tell me your vision. Like, I need to know. And everything she shared with me, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so magical. I actually don't really want to share too much because I think part of the intention behind it is to be really grounded in that moment and take kind of what you've learned from the day and be able to actually go forward in the world with those learnings, with that new confidence, with your new network, and actually use that to like change your business and change your life.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super impactful. She has a lot of really cool elements involved, which I kind of want to share, but I'm not going to. So come be present, listen to Anna's speech. You guys are going to be just transformed by it. And I think it's really going to help you leave the event feeling like you can actually embody everything you learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anna's so great. She came to the last event. She's actually a great example of someone who her and I was just on her podcast. I'll link it in the show notes. And then we recorded it. It'll be in March. But Anna actually pitched to speak at High Vibe Women. Mm. And at that point, we had all of our speakers like more than set. Like it was like I couldn't add anyone to the schedule if I wanted to. This is the last event. And she came and she showed up in such great energy and like really like served a lot of people and connected with a lot of people, made a lot of relationships. And then when we started to think about like who we wanted on stage, it was like such an obvious piece. And what's actually interesting is originally she was going to be on a panel. And and this is like something her and I talked about. And then we had like a bit of a shift in the schedule in a positive way. Like we realized we had a bit more time and whatever. And then we got to it, we were like, let's give Anna the space. And Anna was so excited. But it felt like it was exactly what was meant to happen the whole time.
Totally.
Right? Like I said to her, I was like, I never even, like I put you on the panel, but I never imagined you on the panel. Like it's like such a weird, me and my woo-woo shit. So, but Anna's amazing. And she's such an audacious asker. And like, she scaled and sold Love Powered Co. And so she's done some really amazing things in the Jilly Box, like the whole thing. So, we love Anna. We're excited to have her. And then what ends up happening kind of at the end of the day, because I imagine all of you are like us and you are partially dead inside and also reinvigorated with life in your business. Like we're both and. You'll see we take a lot of photos at the end. You're welcome to join us for photos if you'd like to. You can take photos on stage without us, whatever works. And sometimes the photos look like the lights have left my eyes completely. Like we sometimes take like screenshots of my face because I'm kind of like I look like one of those dolls. But it's because I've smiled so much my cheeks hurt. Like
it's like the lights are on when nobody's home.
Yeah, truly. Like
Kristina, at least pretend you're having a good time. She's like, I am having a good time. I'm just so tired.
I'm so tired, and that's why I wear flats. I chill. I usually sometimes wear slippers depending on what the mood is. I think my outfit this time is going to allow for slippers, so I'm pleased. But what I will say is that at the wrap up, we tell you what's next for us. And then there's an opportunity for photos, for shopping, for you to connect, make some dinner plans, go and meet with some of your new friends. And honestly, if you're in a season where you're like, hey, I don't know someone, I'm coming to this event, I don't know someone, DM me. I'll introduce you to someone who will come to this event. This is a non-scalable offer. I can only do this. I can only do this as probably for the next year or so. But DM me. I'll introduce you to someone who you could be a fast friend with. And the best thing about the High Vibe Women community is even we just ran this retreat a few weeks ago, and these women did not know each other, did not know each other, and didn't know us. Some of them were coming in. They're like, I'm so and so, and I was like, I've never seen you before in my life. This is awesome. And they left like sisters, And I obviously that's not the promise we're going to be making for a 200% event, but you are going to make, if you show up, you are going to make connections that can change your life and your business. And so I really encourage you, make the most of it, have fun, and show up the best way you can.
Yay, I'm so excited.
I was going to ask you, Maria, as we wrap up, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone who's coming to High Vibe Women and they're going to make, they're going to make some relationships. We know that. But, what would you say to someone who is coming for the first time?
Ooh, so many things. How do I choose just one? Okay, well, I think I already kind of covered the point of come in from an attitude of service and looking for ways that you can give back to people. A big one for me is, I don't know if vulnerability is the right word, but I think coming into the room without feeling like you have to do any kind of performing or being something you're not or showboating or anything like that. This space is really safe, really non-judgmental. It's high vibe. It's called that for a reason. We're really supportive and positive. And if you don't know anybody and you walk in and go up to the first person you see and say, hey, I don't know anybody. Do you want to chat? They will be your friend.
Yeah.
It is just such a safe room. So if you can be honest about where you're at, what you're struggling with, what you need, you're going to get so much more out of it and you're going to land in safe hands. Yeah. I think sometimes I feel at least at the beginning of our business, I felt going into rooms I have to kind of pretend I know what I'm doing and pretend everything's fine. And there aren't a million fires going on behind me in my business. And we were at an event once and someone referred to their business as a hot mess express.
Yeah.
And instantly all my walls came down. And I was like, okay, me too. And the reality is as entrepreneurs, we kind of all are hot mess expresses on certain days, right? So I think that is my biggest piece of advice. Come in and drop the masks, drop the performance, just be yourself and allow yourself to be seen. And that's where people can really meet you and help you and actually transform your life and business.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I was going to say, too, it's interesting because people always ask us, they're like, do you have a dress code? Do you have this? And we don't. We're always dress what you feel comfortable in because the thing I'm most proud about High Vibe Women, okay, one is the ROI that people get. I love that. I love when people message us being like, oh my God, this changed my life. This changed my business. I got a wholesale order. This is that's the win, huge win because we know it works. Two is High Vibe Women reaches everyone. You're 20 years old, getting started. You're 70 restarting. We have had literally people at every stage, every race, every spot.
Every age.
Yes, business, locations. We've had people from around the world join us, Australia, it's incredible. And so I just want you to know that if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know if that community is for me, at this point, you might not be able to buy a ticket for March, but just know that it is. Or you bought a ticket and you're nervous. Every year we have a few people who don't come. They buy a ticket and they don't come because they were nervous. Don't be. This is your community. Come, sit in the chill space for half the day.
Totally.
Eat a snack from your bag. We didn't even talk about the swag bags.
Oh, the swag bags, your favorite part.
I know, I do love the swag bags.
You have a lot of favorite parts.
I know, I love the swag bags. Our assistant, Serena, is probably on the verge of killing me because I'm like, send me an update. What's in the GA? where are the snacks? I'm always after it. But I just sit in the chill space, make a connection. If you leave with one friend, one connection, it's all worth it. So guys, we're so excited to see you on March 7th. And if you're listening to this, and obviously, March 7th is this week, and you're like, okay, I can't come this week, and I want to be at the next one, we will have a wait list in the show notes that you can join for our fall event. We would love to see you there. We drop tickets for the fall event to the women at High Vibe Women first, then our community, and then this wait list. So we would love to have you there, especially if you want a VIP ticket. And of course, always, if you want a payment plan, feel free to reach out to us. We want you in the room.
And before we wrap, just want to say a huge thank you to our team, especially Helena and Serena. Our team really just pours so much love into these events. They treat them like they're their own. I can't even put into words how incredible they are. So this would not be possible without them. So just want to give them a little shout out. Thank you, ladies.
Yes, we love them so much. We're so grateful. We feel like we're all in this rocket ship together. So anyways, ladies, join the rocket ship. We'll see you guys soon, and can't wait to see what comes of March 7th and beyond.